Morning and welcome to another Dale's 30. Today we've just come down Littondale towards Arncliffe, taking the road to Malham. Then we've pulled up, found somewhere to park, difficult place to park, but we found somewhere quite away from where it starts. But we're going up Fountains Fell today and Darnbrook Fell. And I believe that up there is Fountains Fell. Absolutely stunning. What a lovely road. Right, we're just turning off the road now and we've joined the Pennine Way, and my little friend won't go over that. Will you? You're not going over? Tell you what, we'll go through the gate then. Yeah, we've just cut off the road now and we're on the Pennine Way that leads through Tennant's Gill Farm and up to Fountains Fell, which is actually, it's not on the Pennine Way. We're going to take a little detour from the top to Fountains Fell summit, named after Fountains Abbey, the monks at Fountains Abbey, because they used to walk around here quite a lot. Yeah, can't see why. There's a guy in front there doing the Pennine Way. That's an arduous long distance trek. It starts in Edale in the Peak District. I'm not really sure where it ends. I think it ends in the Scottish borders somewhere. He's got a heck of a lot of gear on his back. Walking, such good therapy, and running, but running's been a bit difficult just recently with a calf strain. But getting out walking, it's just so good for your well-being. You feel alive. It's absolutely stunning. Don't you agree? It's very, very quiet up here. So quiet, apart from this guy that's walking Pennine Way. Just nobody about. You feel like you're the only person in the world. It's just you and your thoughts, and gorgeous. Let's see if we can get through this gate then. That's a stiff one. Ready, Oscar. Not quite gone in that, has it? See what we can do. Could do with some better hinges, I think. Bang on. Malham town there in the distance. Bit of sailing going on there today. Let's see if you can paddleboard on there. That's something I'd like to do. Just coming to the top of Fountains Fell. Yet another disappointing one. Doesn't look like it's a proper trig point. That's such a letdown. But it might not be a proper trig point. But boy, is it a fabulous view. Absolutely stunning. I don't know what that is just there. End of Burke's Fell.
That is Pen y Ghent.
it to top of Fountains Fell. What an absolutely stunning spot. You know, I read about it and it's sort of underrated. People do Pennine Way and never venture off. It's about 500 metres or something from Pennine Way. But what a difference. A stunning view, absolutely. I think I'm looking out to sea here. I just can't make my mind up. I'm tempted to think it could be Morecambe Bay, but I'll have to get the map out and have a real good look. But it's absolutely stunning. I can't believe it. I want to flick over and pan it round. Look at it. I'd like to know what that little peak is there. If you pan it round there, it certainly looks like sea out there. Absolutely stunning. I believe that's one of the coke ovens. And I think that's what they used to mine up here, coke. And I think they mined it for about 30 years. There's no signs of any means of how they got it back down. Must have been just by horse and cart. Yeah, I think that's one of the coke ovens. There, that's one of the mine shafts. You really do need to stick to the path up here. At least that one's fenced in. Whether there's more, I don't know, but you wouldn't want to let your dog go roaming about either. It's like they've got plans to do something else. And that's back onto the Pennine Way, where them cairns are. And we're going to cut off the Pennine Way across onto Darnbrook Fell. It's possibly that one in the distance there. That looks like the right direction. It's true, the book that I've got is called The Dales 30. And this is the Pennine Way that we're on now. I've just joined back on. And it's about 500 metres walk up to top of Fountains Fell. This isn't actually the top here. Oh, there's a big cairn. You can see if I turn around. The big cairn there. There's very, very few people venture onto Fountains Fell. But the view, just 500 metres that way, is absolutely stunning. And definitely worth a little detour while you're coming up and you're doing the Pennine Way. Definitely. Yeah, there's some like cairns here. Not these people maybe thought that this was the summit. But it's not. A bit like the ones on Wild Boar Fell, of which there's numerous ones on Wild Boar Fell. I've not ventured up there yet. I haven't done that. Beautiful walls that they made up here. This Yorkshire stone wall must have taken them hours and hours and hours to do this. It's just miles and miles and miles. I'm supposed to go through, climb over a lock gate, but I've not seen it. But I believe this is where I want to be going. This gap in the fence. You can see Darnbrook Fell just in front of you. That's Darnbrook Fell. I think you can, well, I can see the trig point. I don't think it'll come up on the camera though. So quiet. Very typical this of walks that I've done so far on this Dales 30 that aren't the really popular ones. Just no footpaths. The walk up to Fountains Fell was very pleasant. Because it was the Pennine Way, of course. We're now finding his way onto Darnbrook Fell, and there's no path. We're just following a wall up which meets another wall, and then we head southeast to the summit. There's two options from the top. You can either go back the same way or continuing around, which evidently is very tussocky. But hey, I never like going back the same way. It's just not appealing. But I'll tell you something. Look at that. So peaceful. As the guy says on YouTube, altitude gives you solitude. I still think that if you look down in that gap there, I've got to find that out. That certainly looks like sea there. I must find that out. Is it Morecambe Bay? I don't know. We'll find out though. There we go. Didn't realise that was Pennygent that we're looking at when we're having lunch. Pennygent and Plover Hill. Did Pennygent on my birthday a couple of years ago and never tagged Plover Hill onto it, so that's another one we'll save for another day. I've got a cracking view of Pennygent from top of Fountains Fell. Spectacular. There we go, summit of Darnbrook Fell, and you almost get the impression that landowners don't want you to be walking up here. You cannot even get to the trig point. It's fenced in on, must be private land. I thought it was open access land, but it's not, which is a shame really, but so that's as close as we can get to it. It looks like there's a heck of a lot of erosion going on below it. I can't imagine they built it up that high to start with, but maybe they did, I don't know, but it's certainly eroded around the base. Yeah, we can't touch the top. We'll just have to look and admire. Just on the way down from Darnbrook Fell, and the guy wasn't kidding who wrote the Dale's 30 book to say that it's some of the worst tussocks he's ever walked in, because it's not the best walk off a fell. Superb walk up, superb top, and it's yeah, you can tell it's not visited. People don't come up here. Not seen anybody since a guy walking Pennine Way. That's all I've seen. So remote. I mean, where do you go? Which way do you go? South is where we're going. We're heading south. I can scream and shout and say what I want up here, and nobody can hear me. Just the grouse and the little birds. Ah, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I'll see you down at the bottom. Not going to get take too many pictures down here. It's a bit, got to watch where you're walking. See you in a bit. You can just see where we're heading, down this track, side of this wall where there isn't a track. And you can see, I think that's part of Darnbrook House just down there. And if you look, you probably can't see it, but just in the distance there's two farm buildings and a car next to it. I believe that's where we parked and that's where we start the walk. That's where we've got to get back to. There's a road walk when we get down here, but should be alright. That's about it for this one. Fountains Fell and Darnbrook Fell complete. Just walking back down to Darnbrook Farm. Bit of a walk back to the car, but it's on the road. And there's only one thing left to do, I think, and that's to drive into Kettlewell and have one of them beautiful mint choc chip ice creams. So thanks very much, and bid you all good day and see you on the next one. Bye.